7.3 is on measuring segments. And you are going to find a lot of easy questions on 7.3 because I think the math is very easy. But the first word you're going to need to know that they're going to throw out at you is the word congruent. And I'm going to give you the broader definition. Congruent means same size and same shape. That's what congruent means. There's a symbol for it. It looks like this. It's an equal sign with a wavy bar on top. It means congruent. And so whenever you see this, it means these two things are the same length. They are the same size. So for example, let's do I have number 10 down. I believe it's number 10 in your homework. They're going to tell you that two things are congruent to each other. They're going to tell you that KL is congruent to LM. And there's going to be a picture that looks something like this. KLM, like a little segment bar. And then they're going to have a little bar like this, one bar and one bar vertical. And it means that these two things are congruent to each other. They are the exact same thing. And it will put down a measurement for KL, like KL is 3x plus 2. And they will put down that LM is the same thing as 5x minus 10. And so majority of the problems that you're going to have to do will be dealing with something to do with the algebra between these two shapes. For number 10, since these are congruent, since these are the same as each other, that means this thing here is the same as that thing there. I'm pretty sure you can think of what equation you're going to come up with. But let's see. 3x plus 2 is the same as what? 5x minus 10. They are the same thing as each other. So what you're going to do, I forgot. The question is going to say something like this. Find KL equals blank. What's the length of KL? And now we know how we're going to solve it. We're going to set these two pieces together. What I would do if I were you is I would subtract 3x from both sides, so that you have 2 equals 2x minus 10. I'm going to scroll this up a little bit. And then I would add 10. And get 12 equals 2x. If you need to get water, go ahead. So you know what x is going to equal, right? 6. This is not the answer, though. X equals 6 is what x is that will make this piece the same as that piece. What did they ask us to find when we started the problem? And we found x. This is going to allow us to find KL. Now we can figure out what it is. How do I figure out what KL is? Well, KL is the same thing as 3x plus 2. And we now know what x is. X is 6. We could plug 6 in to 3x plus 2. And now you get that KL is 20. That's the answer that we're looking for, not 6. One of these days.